Riding the Resident Evil hype train, we're turning our attention to another remake in the franchise. This time, we're talking about the controversial Resident Evil 3 remake. Let me emphasize the word remake here because I faced some backlash for praising the Resident Evil 2 remake. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying these remakes are far superior to the original. No. I'm not saying that at all. While I understand the criticism for long-time Resident Evil fans, I personally enjoyed the Resident Evil remake. It's true that some content was cut out and the game deviates from the original in certain ways, which are valid points to consider. However, I still find the updated gameplay, graphics, and overall experience to be engaging and entertaining and welcoming to, first comers of the Resident Evil franchise. While some beloved levels were reimagined or removed entirely, which is what we're going to be talking about in this game, the developers have done a fantastic job of reconstructing them with a fresh perspective. This new approach truly immerses you in the experience, making you feel like you're right there alongside Leon, Claire, and Jill. Furthermore, these remakes aren't just about updated graphics and gameplay. It's about cranking up the dread and delivering a visceral experience. Blood spatters, dismembered limbs, and grotesque creatures. The gore factor is dialed up to 11, ensuring even seasoned horror fans will squirm in their seats. And now, from the title of this video, I know I'm gonna get cooked for praising this because boy oh boy, this one didn't get any love at all in its first release from the longtime Resident Evil community. After the intro, I'm gonna be diving headfirst into the controversial game, giving out my opinion about it. Let's pause it right here. My intro has been getting some copyright strikes which demonetized my 2 videos, so I'm gonna leave it out this video. Upon its release in April 2020, Resident Evil 3 Remake was met with mixed reception, sparking a heated debate amongst fans and critics alike. While some praise its modernized graphics and intense action sequences, the faithful recreation of iconic moments, other voice significance are concerned about the game's direction compared to its predecessor, the universally lauded Resident Evil 2 Remake. The most prominent criticism revolved around the game's perceived lack of content. Several areas and scenarios from the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis were omitted, including the iconic clock tower, the substantial portion of the Raccoon Park. Fans lamented the absence of these locations and the storylines they contained, feeling the remake had sacrificed depth and exploration for more streamlined, action-oriented experience. Anyway, let's jump into the gameplay aspects of Resident Evil 3. One of the most contentious changes for the remake's shift towards a more action-oriented experience compared to the survival horror focus of the original. This resulted in fewer puzzles and faster pace and heightened emphasis on combat. Fans who cherished the tense resources management and aspects of the original felt this change diluted the core identity of Resident Evil 3. It's important to note that despite the criticism, the Resident Evil 3 remake does have its merits. The graphics are stunning, the voice acting is top-notch, and the Nemesis encounters are genuinely terrifying. Additionally, the game offers a variety of difficulty modes, allowing players to tailor the experience to their preferences. Now, let's get to the visual and auditory splendor of the game.
Get off my train, shitbird!
Despite the criticisms, again, the RE3 remake undeniably delivered the terms of visual and auditory presentation. I hope I said that word right. Auditory. The game boasts stunning graphics and sound design that creates a truly immersive and terrifying experience. Raccoon City feels more alive and dangerous than ever before, and the relentless pursuit of Nemesis adds a layer of palpable tension to the gameplay. Unlike RE2 remake, where players had the luxury of exploring the intricacy of Raccoon City Police Department, aka the RPD, and its surrounding areas at more leisure pace, the RE3 remake wastes no time in thrusting you directly into the heart of pandemonium that has engulfed the city streets. From the moment Jill Valentine steps foot outside her apartment, well, more like being thrown out of her apartment by the Nemesis, the world is a melting maelstrom of chaos, panic, and relentless pursuit of the bioweapon Nemesis. The environments themselves are a testament to the meticulous detail that the developers poured into this remake. Raccoon City is a haunting taboo of urban decay, where the once bustling streets are now littered with abandoned vehicles, overturned trash cans, and the grisly remains of the undead. The storefronts are shattered, and the buildings are scattered with ravage of the outbreak, and the flickering neon lights cast an eerie glow over the desolate landscape. The atmosphere is thick with dread, as the constant dread of encountering a horde of zombies or the imposing figure of Nemesis looking around every corner creates a sense of unrelenting suspense. The pacing of the game is relentless, propelling you forward through a series of harrowing encounters and narrow escapes. Whether you're sprinting through the elaborate alleys of the city, navigating the treacherous rooftops, or desperately fending off a relentless horde of zombies in a claustrophobic subway tunnel, there are rarely moments to catch your breath. The constant pressure to survive, coupled with the ever-present fear of Nemesis, creates an adrenaline-fueled experience that keeps you on the edge of your seats. Now, for my final verdict of this game. While Resident Evil 2 Remake undoubtedly delivers a visual stunning and intense experience, boasting impressive graphics, modernized gameplay mechanics, and exhilarating action sequence, it stumbles in its attempt to recapture the essence of its beloved predecessor. The remake's drastic cuts to iconic locations and streamlined story, and diminished emphasis of survival horror disappointed many longtime fans. The absence of the Raccoon City department, clock tower, and the other key areas left a significant void in the remake's world, limiting exploration and watering down the intricate puzzle solving that defined the original. Furthermore, the remake's altered narrative and character interactions stripped away some of the depth and complexity found in the original. Key scenes and events were omitted and or altered, impacting the overall story arc and character development. The reduced focus on resource management and limited enemy variety and abundance of ammunition shifted the gameplay towards a more action-oriented experience, diminishing the sense of dread and vulnerability that made the original a true survival horror masterpiece. Despite these shortcomings, RE3 still holds merits for those who haven't experienced the original or are seeking a visually captivating and action-packed adventure. Like me, I'm the newcomer in this case, so I'm speaking for myself. The updated graphics, enhanced combat mechanics, and relentless pursuit by the Nemesis create an undeniably thrilling experience. The streamlined narrative, while lacking the original nuance, still offers a captivating story of survival against overwhelming odds. Additionally, the introduction of the new gameplay elements such as the dodge mechanic and improved Nemesis encounters provide a fresh perspective and exciting challenges for players. Ultimately, the Resident Evil 3 remake serves as a double-edged sword. It is a visually stunning and adrenaline-pumping action horror experience, but one that sacrifices the depth, complexity, and the survival horror elements that endeared the original to so many fans. Whether it is a worthwhile experience depends on individual preferences and expectations. Those seeking a faithful adaptation of the original may be left wanting more, while newcomers of these who are seeking the visually impressive and action-focused thrill ride will likely find enjoyment in the remake adrenaline-fueled chaos. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy my content. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And important announcement, I'm starting a separate channel for movies. It's gonna be called Screen TV Magic Cinema. Well, that's the name I'm thinking of. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned so you'll get to see my content. If you're a fan of movies, yeah, stay tuned, man. And for me, Max, and Screen TV Magic,
I will see you when I see you.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...